Menopause, the grand finale of our reproductive years. It's like puberty in reverse, only with more hot flashes, random emotional breakdowns, and a strong desire to punch people who chew too loudly. As a psychologist, I've had countless women sit on my couch, fanning themselves, dramatically asking, is it just me or am I actually losing my mind? And I'm here to tell you, it's not just you. Welcome back to Savvy Psychologist. I'm your host, Dr. Monica Johnson. Every week on this show, I'll help you face life's challenges with evidence-based approaches, a sympathetic ear, and zero judgment. Menopause isn't just about physical changes. It's a hormonal roller coaster that can take your mental health along for the ride. But don't worry, I'm here to explain why this happens, how it affects your brain, and what you can do about it. All while trying to keep a sense of humor. Because if we don't laugh, we'll cry, and we already do enough of that. Let's talk hormones. Menopause is essentially a hormonal heist where estrogen and progesterone sneak out in the middle of the night, leaving behind mood swings, brain fog, and sleep problems. These hormones aren't just for baby making, they also play a key role in brain function, mood regulation, and cognitive sharpness. So when they start fluctuating and eventually plummet, your brain starts acting like a Wi-Fi signal that keeps dropping. So let's talk about estrogen and mood. Estrogen has a VIP pass to your brain's serotonin and dopamine systems, your feel-good neurotransmitters. Less estrogen means your brain produces less serotonin, which can lead to depression, anxiety, and irritability. Or, as I sometimes like to call it, why did this commercial about kittens make me sob syndrome? Let's also talk about progesterone and mood and anxiety. This hormone is known for its calming effect, like a warm cup of chamomile tea for your brain. When it dips, anxiety and stress can skyrocket. Suddenly, small things like forgetting where you put your keys feel like an existential crisis. Now let's talk about cortisol and stress. As estrogen and progesterone decline, cortisol, your stress hormone, can become more dominant. This is why so many menopausal women feel overwhelmed, on edge, or ready to start fights over dishwasher load techniques. For many women, menopause is an emotional whiplash. One minute you're fine, the next you're crying in the produce aisle because the avocados aren't ripe. Here are some of the most common mental health challenges during menopause. Number 1, depression and mood swings. Menopausal depression isn't just about feeling a little down. It can feel like someone turned off the lights in your brain. Women with a history of depression, or even just bad PMS, may be more vulnerable to these types of mood shifts. So let's talk about what helps. The first thing I'm going to say is exercise. Yeah, I know, but it really does help with your serotonin levels. Therapy, because you're gonna need it for the emotional ups and downs, and you don't wanna take this out on your family. A balanced diet is also helpful. Think of omega-3s as your new best friends. Some people may also need hormone replacement therapy or antidepressants, but this is only if your doctor says that they're a good fit. The second potential challenge of menopause is anxiety and panic attacks. Menopausal anxiety isn't just your run-of-the-mill stress. It's a constant sense of dread, sudden panic attacks, or feeling like the world is out to get you, even if you're just sitting at home, minding your own business. Now, let's talk about what helps. The first thing I'm going to mention is deep breathing exercises. So you want to inhale peace and exhale BS. Our lovely friend, mindfulness and meditation, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day. And then lastly, reducing caffeine. Yeah, I said it, but please don't shoot the messenger. The third issue that you may run into is brain fog and memory issues. Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why? Or struggled to find the word for thingy that does the stuff? That's menopause brain fog, where your once sharp memory feels like it's buffering. Now let's look at what helps. The first thing is sleep. Start working on your sleep hygiene now. You're gonna need it. And I'm gonna say more about that in a second. Remember how I said omega-3 fatty acids were your new best friends? Well, yeah, they are. It's good brain food, along with B vitamins. Some people also find it helpful to engage in brain exercises. So, this could be crosswords, learning a new skill, or arguing with your teenager. Number four is sleep problems, or as I like to talk about it, why am I still awake at 3 o'clock in the morning? Insomnia is one of menopause's cruelest tricks. Between night sweats, anxiety, and a brain that won't shut up, it's no wonder so many menopausal women are running on fumes. So let's talk about what helps. Keeping the room cool, so using ice packs, fans, or just throwing the covers off dramatically can make a big difference. Some people have found magnesium supplements to be helpful, but you want to speak to your doctor about this. And then lastly, avoiding screens before bed, so no doom scrolling. And now that we know why menopause messes with mental health, let's talk about how to fight back. Number one, lifestyle tweaks that actually work. The first one is exercise. I dislike exercise myself, but even a 20-minute walk boosts serotonin and helps balance cortisol. You're also going to want to look at your nutrition. So, eating more healthy fats, so things like avocados, nuts, and salmon, and fewer processed carbs is essential. And yes, when I say processed carbs, I do mean those cookies and cakes and things that we tend to enjoy. The next thing is hydration. Dehydration makes brain fog worse. Drink water like it's a part time job. Number two is supplements and medications. Hormone replacement therapy, or HRT, can be a game changer for mood, sleep, and brain function. If this is something that seems like it would make sense for you, please speak to your medical professional. We also have antidepressants and anxiety medication. If menopause is kicking your mental health too hard, there is no shame in getting a little bit of pharmaceutical backup. I've already mentioned some of these, but you want to look at natural supplements. Omega 3s, vitamin D, these are all types of things that can help. Again, you may want to talk to your medical professional before implementing any sort of supplement. Number three is mental health support. The first thing to mention is therapy. Talking it out helps a lot. Plus, your therapist can help you learn new coping skills that will be clutch for you in the short and long run. The next thing to mention here is support groups, because nothing feels better than knowing that you're not alone. I also want to mention laughter. Watch a funny show, call a hilarious friend, or just embrace the absurdity of this stage of life. Final thoughts. You're not losing your mind, even if it feels that way. Menopause is a major transition, but you're not broken. You're just adjusting to a new normal. One where you may cry at dog commercials, forget why you've walked into a room, and wake up drenched in sweat for no reason. But you're also entering a phase of life where you can be more confident, less concerned with what others think, and finally free from worrying about a surprise period. If your mental health feels unmanageable, reach out for help. You don't have to suffer in silence, and you definitely don't have to do this alone. In the meantime, be kind to yourself, get some sleep, eat some brain boosting food, and remember, this too shall pass. And if all else fails, just blame menopause for everything. If you're going through or have gone through menopause, help us out. What tips do you have? Let me know. You can contact me via Instagram at kindmindpsych or via my email at psychologist@quickanddirtytips.com. The Savvy Psychologist is a Quick and Dirty Tips podcast. It's audio engineered by Steve Rickyberg with script editing by Brandon Getchis. Our podcast and advertising operations specialist is Morgan Christensen. Our digital operations specialist is Holly Hutchings. And our marketing and publicity associate is Davina Tomlin. Nathaniel Hoops is our marketing contractor. Follow Savvy Psychologist on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. That's all for this episode of Savvy Psychologist. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.